Hi, okay, I'm going to be doing a review on these, and they're these things from Revlon, and they're called Revlon Colorstay. Revlon Colorstay, it says it's a mineral finishing powder, and it comes in 4 different colors, I think. I have 2 of the 4, and at first I got this color because, so it's a finishing powder, that means it goes all over your face, and it has this color, and then I believe the next darkest one is this color. And this is like way darker than my skin color. And this is sort of way lighter, so I wasn't sure what I was going to use it for. So I bought it anyways. And I tried using this as a finishing powder, like it says, mineral finishing powder. If you have oily skin, this is really bad to use. So I wouldn't recommend using this as a finishing powder for people who have oily skin. But I've actually done a makeover on my friend before, and she has dry skin, and using this, she looked like a toned down Edward Cullen. It looked really good, though, like, since it's so sparkly, but, like, it wasn't too sparkly, but it looked really pretty, if that makes sense. But I'm going to swatch these for you. This is the light one, and then this is the darker one, which is less pigmented, so I don't know. They're both sparkly, but the pink one's a little more sparkly. I actually really like these, but not for mineral finishing powder. This one I use right here, like on the, as a highlight. I use it as a highlight, and I also use it as a highlight like on my brow bone and on my like tear duct if I need to, because it works really well. So this works really well for that, and it doesn't get your, like, right here, it doesn't get too oily, as long as you don't put it right here on the apples of your cheeks. I learned this from Makeup Geek, another YouTuber, that you're not supposed to put your highlight like too close to your cheeks, because like this gets oily right here. You're just supposed to put it right here. I didn't know that, and so I used to put, here's my brush, I used to put it like this, all over, like that. You're not supposed to do that. You're just supposed to put it up here, and when I do that, it works way better. So that's where I use that. And then I use this. You're probably wondering, well, this is way too dark for you, Lisa. Like, why did you buy this? I bought this as a bronzer because, well, I knew it wouldn't be a good finishing powder, at least for me, but I've watched some other reviews on this, people who use this color, and they say it works really well, and this color seems to be way less oily than this color, so this might still work as a finishing powder. I've never tried it, because obviously, like, I'm really pale. I use this as a bronzer, and it works really well. It's pretty sheer, and it's a little sparkly, so, I mean, I think it works well, but I've only bought one other bronzer, and that was a Bare Minerals one, and that was, like, really terrible. So I don't really have anything to compare this to, but it works well for me. So I'd recommend this as a bronzer. So now I'm going to show you guys how I use these, and I'll start with this one. So first off, for the eyes, I would get a brush like that, and I would just take some, I would just put it right here, right underneath my eyebrow. It'd make that pop just a little bit. See? And then also, then I'd use the same brush, and I'd just get the tip, like that. I'd just use the tip. And I would go in with this brush pointed that way. I would go like that. And see, it makes it like a little brighter. And so that works really well, and it's a little toned down. It's not like really bright, but it's sort of the perfect amount of brightness, you know? And then the next thing is I use, oh, and this was a Sephora brush. I don't know. It works well. This is the MAC 109 brush, and this is actually my first MAC brush and my only MAC brush. And at first I really hated this brush, but now I sort of love it for these purposes. So, okay, so I take the Revlon thing, I swirl it in, I smile, and I start right here. I don't start on the apples of my cheeks, and I just go like that. See? So start right here. Like I said, if you put your highlight right here, then that part of your cheek will get really oily. So I just put it up here. It's a little less noticeable. There. See, but you can kind of see it when you turn your head. And that part of your cheek does not get oily at all, so that's good. So I bought this one about 2 months ago, and I just bought this one about a few weeks ago. So this one I just swirl the same brush. I use the same brush, and I just get some on there. I find sort of where my ear is and where my cheek is. I just go like that. I do that same thing on the other side. I take a blush brush, right. Travel blush brush, that's what it's called. I don't really know the name, so, and I think it's going to show up backwards because I'm doing this on my computer, so sorry. And so I just swirl this in there really lightly, and I sort of look where I put that little line, you can kind of see it, and I just go like this. I do the same thing on this. Then I take this really light brush and I just, you know, kind of put it over here, put it here, and you can even take the smaller 109 brush and go like this, a little to either side of your nose. I don't usually do that, but you can. And so that's what it looks like. If you can tell if there's any difference. I mean, I can tell, but it's hard to tell on the computer. And so my overall review of these are, I like them, but I don't like them for the purpose that they say they are for. And another good thing about these that I forgot to mention is they have a little, like a little indent. And these are supposed to be, I think they're supposed to be sort of dupes for the mineral finishing powders. Is that what they're called? The MAC mineral finish, skin mineral finish. I forget what they're called, but they're supposed to be dupes for those. And they're not, I've never tried those, but they're supposed to be absolutely amazing. And I'd say these are a lot like them in the fact that you don't use those mineral things from MAC for a mineral finishing powder, but you use it for different things. Oh, and also I've even used this as an eyeshadow. It works really well. I would give them an 8 out of 10 just because they get points docked because they say they're a mineral finishing powder when they're really not. And they're Revlon, so they're like a little cheaper than MAC. Well, a lot cheaper actually. And these I just got this one at Rite Aid, and I got this one at a grocery store. And I think they're either $8 or $12. I don't remember. So, not bad considering those MAC ones are like $30-something. I'd love to hear if you've already tried these, what you think of them. Thanks for watching. Bye.